Shakur Stevenson is pound for pound one of the best boxers in the sport of boxing. Some people say defensively and also as far as his boxing prowess, although he is 25 years of age, 19-0 with 9 KOs, a 47.37 knockout percentage, closest to Floyd as far as his defensive skills because he doesn't get hit much. He's a great boxer and he's young. His wisdom in the ring is beyond his years. But Yoshino coming into this fight, he knows he's the B-side. He knows that everybody expects him to lose this fight. Question is, will he? If he's a game opponent, which I believe he is, because during the face-off, when I looked at Yoshino, I seen two things. He looked a bit cocky, but at the same time, he also looked confident. And I believe that he believes that if he catches Shakur Stevenson, which nobody really has, so we haven't seen Shakur's chin tested yet, but if Yoshino, if he catches Shakur with a flush, clean shot, Yoshino believes that he can hurt him. Now, Yoshino, which is 16-0 with 12 knockouts, a 75% knockout percentage, he has the power in this fight. He's aggressive. He throws a lot of punches. And although he's aggressive, I will say he's a calculated, aggressive fighter. Kind of reminiscent, in my opinion, a little bit like Isaac Cruz. They're aggressive, but at the same time, their shots are accurate. They're not just wild. You know what I mean? They have some accuracy in that aggression. So if they catch you, they're going to hurt you, and they could possibly put you away. Yoshino is the same way. Now, we haven't seen Shakur Stevenson hurt, but if Yoshino catches Shakur Stevenson, I believe he has the ability to finish him. And that's anybody in boxing. If you have the skill, if you have the power, if you have the timing, and you catch your opponent at the right time, it's over. It's something that tells me if Shakur Stevenson gets caught with a shot, he may get hurt because he really hasn't been tested. He really hasn't been hurt. So physically and mentally, his brain will be like, damn, what the fuck? Like physically, Shakur Stevenson hasn't experienced that trauma yet, mentally and physically. So if Yoshino can catch Shakur Stevenson with a shot that can hurt him and wake him up, how will that shake up Shakur Stevenson? More importantly, how will that shake up Shakur Stevenson's game plan? Because once he feels the power of Yoshino and he gets hurt, how will he operate? How will he dictate the fight after that fact? When he goes back to the corner, what will his grandfather tell him? How will the game plan change? Now it was said that it doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter what they bring, they got something for it. And it doesn't matter if you got a plan A, plan B, plan C. There really is no game plan for getting hurt. I mean, you can tie your opponent up, but depending upon how bad you get hurt, you may not have the legs under you in order to get to your opponent to tie your opponent up. And depending upon the distance between you and your opponent, if your opponent catches you with the right shot after he initially hurts you, that's it. Either you're going down or you get knocked out. And Shakur Stevenson, the fact that he does not have the power aspect in this fight, he's going to have to be on his toes all throughout the fight. He said himself he's going to take Yoshino into deep waters and drown him. But the one factor that remains in that, I guess, calculation and prediction from Shakur is predicated upon he doesn't get hurt. Because if he gets hurt, as they say, you know what I mean, everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face. And once he gets caught with that shot, how will things change? I mean, even Floyd Mayweather got rocked a few times in his career. First one that comes to my mind, I'm going to say was Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? When Sugar Shane caught Mayweather, but he didn't finish him. And I believe that when Sugar Shane, when he caught Mayweather, like he was a little bit surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like I got him. But at the same time, Floyd Mayweather, fantastic competitor, fantastic fighter. Intelligence through the roof. He was smart. He survived. Everybody does not have that survival instinct when they get caught with a shot. Sometimes mentally and physically, they shut down. They get flustered. Game plans go out the window. They forget what to do. How will Shakur Stevenson react if he is put in that position? I'm not saying that he will get hurt. I'm just saying that Shakur Stevenson can get hurt. And if he does get hurt by Yoshino, how will he respond? Now let's switch gears real quick. We're going to wrap this up and talk about Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Not only is that a super fight, but just like Devin Haney, he's going to have that principal fight in his career. He's going to knock down possibly a legend, Lomachenko, who pound for pound, once upon a time in the game, was the boogeyman. Nomaschenko, as they say. And if he defeats Lomachenko, He already went over there and took the belts from Kambosos, then went back and defended them. In my opinion, hats off to him, salute, great young champion. But if he beats Lomachenko, that would definitely be a signature fight in his career. And for Shakur Stevenson, the signature fight in his career, although he fought Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring, which were two great fights and two great fighters, especially Oscar Valdez. But a fight with Tank Davis, people think that Tank versus Ryan is a big fight, which it is. And that's largely a part of Ryan Garcia being a bright light as far as social media. Millions of subscribers on Instagram, over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, very fan friendly, has a lot of people to support him. So, I mean, he just does numbers, you know what I mean? And if half of his followers buy that pay-per-view fight, the numbers for Davis versus Garcia is going to be through the roof. But as far as a fight fans fight, Shakur versus Tank, it doesn't get any better than that. Tank Davis, phenomenal boxer, underrated because he always knocks people out. You know what I mean? He's like the reverse Deontay Wilder. He always knocks people out, but at the same time, he has great boxing skills. Not saying that Deontay Wilder doesn't have any boxing skills. He's just not a great boxer. He can box. He has a very good jab. One of the best 1-2s, if not the best 1-2 in the game. And looking at him now, his jab is even deadlier in my opinion. You know what I mean? So Deontay Wilder, say what you want. He's here. He's going down in the history books, and he's still in the game, and he's still capable of winning. Now, Tank Davis, if he fights Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, depending upon how he looks with Ryan Garcia, that will be the marquee fight. That will be the fight that says, you know what, this young brother right here is going to be in history books, despite already being former champions and all that kind of stuff. Him and Shakur Stevenson. If those two guys clash, whoever wins that fight, their spot is almost not only guaranteed, but it's like a fight like that could solidify them. And depending upon how they see their career ending up, meaning when they're going to walk away from the sport. Because if they fight, this is Tank or Stevenson, if one of these guys or both of these guys, they fight Devin Haney, because when you talk about the best lightweights at the top, that's really who it is. When you look at Devin Haney, you look at Tank Davis, you look at Shakur Stevenson, and everybody else under that is under that. Lomachenko is still a name, but at the same time, he's on his way out. He's older. How many years left does he have in the game? The rest of these guys, Shakur, Tank, Haney, these brothers are in their 20s. And they, even once they hit 30, they still got a few good years left after they hit that 30 mark. So the division as far as lightweight, those are the three top competitors in that division. And right now, Devin Haney is undisputed. And as far as notoriety, a lot of people believe that Tank is the better fighter. They think Tank beats Haney. But Shakur Stevenson, you have to put Shakur Stevenson in that mix. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney will be a fantastic fight. You have two supreme boxers going at it. I don't see neither one of these guys probably knocking each other out. I see that fight probably going 12 rounds. And that will be a very tactical chess match, round by round, which makes, in my opinion, a great fight. Because that makes people just gonna be glued to their seat, just looking at each fighter round by round, change their game plan, try to just pick the other guy apart. But Tank versus Shakur Stevenson, you're possibly going to see Shakur Stevenson finally be the guy to pick and decode the enigma of Tank Davis. Because if it's anybody that can neutralize the power aspect that neutralizes anybody's game plan when it comes to a Tank Davis fight, I believe that it could be Shakur Stevenson or possibly Devin Haney also. But Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis, that is most certainly a super fight. And if Shakur Stevenson is successful in this fight, depending upon who Tank looks to fight next, I think they really should, I guess the powers that be, because you got GTD Promotions.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
They should sit down with Top Rank. And I think that fight should be discussed. Because if that fight happens, you're talking about that fight is going to be, that's going to be a major fight. You have like your Crawford versus Spence, but at lightweight. And guess who Shakur Stevenson big brother is? Terrence Crawford. So that'll literally be the Crawford versus Spence, except it's Stevenson versus Davis at lightweight. Talk Make You Stand Up is your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You already know how I play. Share the truth.